Hello, my name is Nahem Shoa. I'm a London artist and I'm in my studio in Notting Hill in the period of Covid-19 in lockdown in London 2020. It's a crazy time, of course. It's a scary time. It's an unknown out there that is making us all slightly fearful, but also it's incredibly creative. I have nothing else to do but paint. So 7 days a week, morning till night, I'm just pushing things, seeing more what I can do, allowing my imagination to run riot, challenging myself as much as I can, and I'm having a great time in one sense. The only way to combat death is to put as much life into your own life, to really live, to have that sense of freedom that creativity brings you. What's been so nice in lockdown is to hear the birds singing louder than ever, to see nature sing, the leaves smile at me, the blossom dance with me. The feeling that we are part of nature has been so strong, and I'd like to think that the world carries that. We've had this shared experience. As an artist, I do work on my own all the time, every day. So in one sense, my routine hasn't changed that much. Normal life kicks in normally. I'm looking forward to meeting friends, going for drinks, going for dinner with people, looking forward to certain things that I've taken for granted as well, that I can't do right now. This painting was painted in lockdown. And it's taken me about 3 months to fully get it to work. What's amazing about this painting is, initially the girl didn't have a mask, but I put the mask on because it's a new phenomena. In 2018, I spent 6 months drawing trees in the parks of London, and then again in 2019 in Spain, drawing olive trees. This ancient oak tree drawing that I made in Hampstead Heath in 2018 was used for my new painting that I made in lockdown, Golden Age. I spent 4 days making it in Hampstead Heath itself, and I got bitten by flies and mosquitoes so much that it really scared me to go back. The painting is set around Hampstead Heath, Parliament Hill. That's why you've got the view that you would get, feeling of being in a forest, and at the same time above the canopy of trees you see the City of London looming in the background. The News from Nowhere is a 3 metre by 1 metre 20 painting of mine that I spent 3 years completing. It's felt finished on a number of occasions over the years. But over this period of Covid-19, I even took it to another stage, another level. For me, painting always has to have that slight modernist thing of trying to do something new. I really don't want to look backwards. I'm trying to look into the light the whole time and find my own beauty. Midnight Sun is a painting that I have been working on for 2 years. It's inspired by a song by The Doors called Bright Midnight. It's that collision of nature, imagination and nowness that I'm trying to convey. It's inspired by the notion of duende in Spain, the dance of death. So it kind of felt very appropriate in the time of COVID. In lockdown, I had this really strong desire to do a larger version of an ancient olive tree that I drew in Spain last year. I think because this tree is so gnarled and twisted and has survived so many centuries, I felt like I wanted to pick a survivor in this terrible time. This olive tree drawing is made solely by mark making, expressive marks to convey space, emotion, life force, history. I think this new drawing has incredible energy. You can actually feel the difference between my drawing of Holland Park, the oak tree, and my drawing of the ancient olive tree in the countryside of Spain, the kind of wild nature against the formal nature of the park. In lockdown, we've had the horrendous event in America of the killing of George Floyd, which has led on to loads of marches and Black Lives Matter. In my late 20s, I couldn't exhibit because I was getting so much prejudice. Everyone was telling me that, because I got an Arabic sounding name, that, oh Nahem, why don't you apply for things with an English name? And I refused to change my name to fit in. So I made a project called Multiculturalism, which is the world that I live in. And I started to paint my friends, basically. And because all of us were not reflected in museums and art galleries, our image was not seen on the walls. After the COVID virus is over, that the world would be less racist, there'd be more equality. And I hope that my work on the theme of race gets more recognised because it's so important. It's a reflection of Britain from the 90s till now that was basically invisible. We live in an age of accelerating technologies. Humanities is at a critical stage of nature right now. We are destroying the planet, basically, and it's not anymore a thing in the future. It's red alert right now. And I think my art is this strange connection to the Garden of Eden. It's that humanity's relationship to nature and the world. We crave nature. It's a universal craving that we all have. And my paintings have a very strong political message about them, about this climate change, destruction. Don't be fooled by the beauty. If you look in the corner, there are discarded rubbish that I see everywhere I go in places. People will go and have picnics and they leave all the rubbish on the ground afterwards. I mean, it's just a total disconnect to their own lives and to the world we live in as a shared world. And we've made a kind of greedy person because those people will have their selfies and get their likes. And that's all they think about. They don't actually think about the environment that they've actually gone and driven to. This is a critical moment in history. This disconnect, this greed, this selfishness has a fundamental thing. If we don't bring back a shared consciousness in the world, we are going to destroy the planet. And we haven't got another formula. We're so obsessed by companies making 2% profit, or we haven't. Instead of actually saying we need to restructure the world, let's just make cars and washing machines that last forever, because that's what the world needs. We are still in this idea, let's make washing machines that last for 3 years and then we have to replace them. This is a crazy formula. It's basically polluting the oceans, it's destroying the world. We are in a dangerous time, and we need fundamental change. And we keep just pressing the pause button and going back to play again. We are not making change. It really is a time for fundamental change, and my art is about the strange beauty of this kind of dream world that we've created, where we don't have to ask any real questions.